Silent Night, Lonely Night, this is the Silent Gamer for Fun, JGM ShadowGames, and this is my 1 month review of the closed beta of Jump Assemble. And as per usual, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more gaming contents like this. And also, don't forget to click the bell button for you to know when I will be uploading the next video. And also, you can now donate to my coffee in the description below. And this is what I'm gonna say about this closed beta of the Java symbol. There has been there's still a lot of fixes needed to optimize. Like they really need to optimize this game because especially when you're doing some clash battles or whatever you call that, when five from five from the enemies and me and my teammates are gonna fight at the same time, including some minions over there. It's getting laggy for some reason. Like honestly, the settings of this is very low now. Like the frame, the frame, the frames are getting dropped like one. Like it's almost like it's 10 from last that I saw. The lowest was 10 FPS. Like honestly, it was almost unplayable. Like honestly, like why? But it is still understandable why, because this is still a closed beta, and they've been trying to optimize this game. Like I can I can tell that they really try to optimize this game, because sometimes also like there are some smoothness in this game, but sometimes most of them are getting worse, especially when you're in a clash. Like clashing is the worst way possible. Like all 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 skills are getting activated at the same time and at the same place. Like for all the closed beta that I've tested, this is one that has the most frame drops, because most of the games have already optimized it already for the lower lower specs of the other spectrum, and also those who have low specs but still smooth, because I've already played Wild Rift, Mobile Legends, and Pokemon Unite. Like there has been yet a frame drop in each one of them. Like honestly, like all of them are still staying at 60 frames per second, especially on the clashing where five teams, 10 players are doing the same, are battling in the same place at the same time, and also activating all their skills at the same time as well. But I'm still hoping like they will be able to fix this, like honestly, because this game has a lot of potential. And maybe after a I've already tried Son Goku, the Super Saiyan one, and because thankfully they also give us a trial card to do, try to every characters. But the worst one of this, the worst one is just like the missions are sucks, like sometimes, especially when you're using a character that is way, like, very useless. Like I'm sorry, but I'm just being honest here. Like some characters, I really need to get buff. Like some of them are already weak, even though I'm already level at max level, and I've already tried every permutation, every solutions, and every possibilities of items that all of the items. But still, I'm still getting lost. Like why? Like even though I'm already on max level and my items are already max, like I've already experimenting items, different items for each characters. Like some of them are really OP. Like I'm gonna plan to do a, because I'm also planning to do a, what should I call this, a tier list in this closed beta. Like some of them are already S tier, then some of them are F tier. Like honestly, like some of them are worse from the worst. Like honestly, a D tier characters. Like some of them are already OP. Like honestly, all some of them are already OP. Like honestly, especially the newer ones such as Monkey D. Luffy, the Pirate Captain, and Naruto Uzumaki, Ninetales Jinchuriki version. They're OP if done right as well. But some of the characters, even though you're doing the right thing and doing some the meta in a right way, because The sucks in this one also, like there's a lot of players like think that there are pros even though it is pretty obvious, like they're so dumb AF, like their metas like out of place, like honestly, like it is sucks, like they their mindset was every MOBA games is just Mobile Legends, which is kind of sucks, like because the first MOBA after all was Warcraft 3 Frozen Throne, the Dota Defense of the Ancients, which is kind of sucks, like most of the players thinking like this is a ML clone, like what the heck, especially in the place like where the closed beta is going on. Wow, it was way worse. This is the worst closed beta that I've ever faced, because a lot of crab mentality over here, over there, like their crab mindset is sucks a lot. Like, I swear, I'm trying myself not to swear because YouTube whatsoever and their nonsense policies, like what. But anyways, so the missions are great. And even though even it is pretty obvious, like this is just a easy version to get the characters because this is just a closed beta. But I feel like they're gonna make this difficult in the when the official release in this game will be revealed, and which is kind of sucks as well, because I really like the how the missions works, and like it is kind of pay to win. It is kind of pay to win if you don't grind enough. But if you did, like, good for you, because it is kind of sucks. Like some characters are locked up in a paywall and in a gotcha style. But I know like they're doing this for because the license in these animes are so very expensive. It's pretty understandable. That's why there are some characters are will not be available for some reason, because licenses. And also there are eight here, like there are eight mangas like Naruto, Kimetsu no Yaiba, One Piece, Bleach, Dragon Ball, Jujutsu Kaisen, Martial, and Undead Unlock. And most of them are based from the Jump of the Shonen Jump. But I'm still hoping, like, there will be more mangas to be unlocked, like such as JoJo's Bizarre, like what else? What other characters that are? Is Tokyo Ghoul a shonen? Or let me, like, tell me in the comments if Tokyo Ghoul is a also part of the shonen jump. But if not, then well, it is what it is, because this game is only exclusive from the shonen jump characters, like. But I feel like there are a lot of characters gonna fit in this game, but sadly there's no Ichigo yet, which is kinda confusing, because why there's no Ichigo here, like since he's the main character of Bleach. Like, sadly, the second character was here, Ishida Oreo, but Ishida Oreo is also OP. Like, if done right, he's one of the OPs as well, like the S tier of characters. And I'm gonna plan, as I promised, I'm just gonna find some photos, like to make this game some kind of sense. Also, like, because there's a lot of differences of variations of characters, like Naruto in Naruto's Jinchuriki, and there's also a Naruto. Uh, how should I, like? There's a Genin of Naruto Uzumaki, the young one, and also there's also the Naruto Uzumaki from Naruto Shippuden. And okay, I'm busy. Please, please, I'm busy right now. Don't. Most of the invites here are not my friends, and which is also kind of sucks. Like, because it is still annoying. Like, I hope they will also put a option like do not disturb, like, like, don't invite someone, which is kind of sucks. Like, this game is almost relying on finding friends, which, especially there are some missions like you really need to have friends or party to in order to finish it. And also, which the kind of the messed up part of it, like, that's the highest reward as well, if you team up with someone, which is kind of worse. Like, I don't play this for, because I'm just playing this for fun. Like, I'm not planning to be a professional player in this. It's just kind of unique in its own perspective because there are some uniqueness in this. Like, if you play Undead Unlock, this too has compatibility. Like, there are Andy and Fuko have a unique unique how should I say this, a unique plus skill if they are together. And also the perfect example of this is uh, this one. Luffy, both of these Luffys are immune from the stone effect of Boa Hancock. Like, honestly, it is a kind of clutch. Like, Luffy will never get stunned by Boa, which is kind of sucks. Like, Boa is also the weakest character in the closed beta yet. But I hope that they will able to buff her when they officially release this, because this is kind of sucks. Like, some of them are OP. Chopper is very very support, like a perfect support character. Because but the annoying part of this, he's gonna get killed easily by the characters such as Usopp and Gaara. Like, not Gaara, Ishida Oreo, and and what's the name of the hammer character? Nobara, which is, he has a unique skill as well, which is also part of the anime. The skills of these characters are based on the anime. That's why there are some. You might be wondering that why there are two Naruto's here and two Luffy's and two Son Goku's. They have different skills. Like, honestly, they are based from the what anime they are, or manga. Like, such Naruto from the Naruto the first one, and his Naruto Uzumaki skills. The second Naruto was based from the Shippuden, and his skills are very different as well, and he has also unique. And the most overpowered ones here are the Demon Slayers. Like, honestly, the Demon Slayer, the Kimetsu Yaiba characters are OP if done right, especially Nezuko and Tanjiro. Like, they're the ones are the most OP here. Inosuke is also useful because he's a jungler, but kind of sucks also because his skills are way too slow, especially for a jungler. Like, honestly, he is a jungler, but his skills are very slow. Like, I hope that they were able to fix this game. Like, honestly, and there's also a lot of beta testers complaining, like, why they only allowing, why they're doing 10 slots at a time. Like, every day there will be 10 slots, or I forgot how many slots it this was, it 100 or sorts, or I don't know. They're doing some limited slots every day, and people are complaining, like, why they doing that. Like, why not just free it to the place that which is close, since it's already in the Philippine region, because this is a close beta exclusive on the Philippines. Because Philippines a lot has a lot of fandom here in animes. Like, honestly, there are some cosplay events and so on and so forth. You can tell, like, people here in the Philippines love anime, but sucks like they're acting like there are. It just sucks like some of them are playing ranked games, which is kind of worse. Like, you can already tell, like, their their play style, like, based on from Mobile Legends, because they're so dumb. You can already tell that the ML players here are dumb. Like, they're so aggressive, no tactics at all, like, no strategies and whatsoever, which is kind of disgusting as well. Because why they thinking like all MOBA games are the same? Like, the only similar thing in them are the genre, while the tactics, gameplay, especially gameplay, and how the teamwork, the strategy works and tactics are way different. Because the most difficult to master was Dota 2, especially Dota 1 as well. Dota 2 and Dota 1 are the most difficult to master because it has complex it has a lot of complexity, while League of Legends and ML are pretty understandable, like they're easy. And also Pokemon Unite, and because Pokemon Unite was meant to be easy because there will be a lot of children playing this game as well. And I also know, like, this one has a lot of children playing as well, but they must know, like, high stakes are their stakes the stakes are high when playing ranked. Like there's normal mode and there's also AI mode. There co-op versus AI mode. Like honestly, there are so many a lot of easy options to do, like normal and co-op only. If you are a child that has no experience in MOBA games and you try to rank it, you will gonna get a toxicity, honestly. And I'm also getting toxic as well when there are some players are doing that, like they're ruining the game, like they are ruining the game. They ruin the game by doing that, like honestly. Like playing ranked games doesn't improve your gameplay style. In order to improve that, you need to play normal, practice, and co-op versus AI, because you need to understand the character. By doing that, you will never able to master that character if you play instantly on a ranked game. That's why tutorial exists. That's why tutorial exists. The most simple thing to do is to follow tutorials, read your characters, read their skills, and do your roles, which is kind of sucks. Like there are some people like acting like they are professional players, like they want to become jungle when I'm already picking that position because that's my main position as well, jungler and duel. The duel, not the duel means top, while the training was means bottom part. I'm also playing support as well. But there are some people are dumb, like why they are not playing support. Like there's a lot of options of playing support. Like the only useful ones here are Orihime. They are useful in their own ways, but the weakest one here is Fuko. Majimbo was also useful as well if done right, because this character has, has no damage, but he has a lot of health points and he also durable as well. But the most useful ones here are Lance, Orihime, Torrent Chopper, and if they don't like, they can choose, other characters like Oreo, Frieza, and Usopp as supports. They can just do the duo Usopp and Ishida, which is one of the most OP duos as well. Especially Oreo combining with Nobara. This Usopp, Nobara, and Oreo are the OP ones here. Frieza is also good, but not kinda. He is kinda of a B tier, which is kinda sucks as well because I really like the character. And assassins here, the OP ones, the overpowered ones here are Nezuko. They're overpowered. Like the assassins are overpowered. Like their roles are their skills are way powerful if done right. If you get farm enough to level up the character, then your enemies, then you're gonna win instantly. Like honestly, if you're focusing on ganking and whatsoever. But the most OP one here is Nezuko, because I've already tried. The funny thing about the ranked games, like there's it is kind of 50-50, because the character selection when you're doing the ranked is kind of 50-50, but sometimes the character select is just the normal version, while there's only a few chance to get the ranked version of character selection, like banning. But sadly you can only ban one character. I really don't know why. Like they should just I hope like they would just increase the banning like 3, because this game has already still a few characters, but 6 characters, like three three by three, like three from other team and three, they banning 3 champions from the other players and banning 3 from my teammates. But kinda sucks, like they only allow us to ban one character. Like they're way different from the Wild Rift, like 5 characters. Like you can ban 10 characters, and also, but the negative part of that is there's sometimes like the enemies are also banning the same character that that you and your teammates ban as well, which is kind of sucks. Like I honestly, it's been 19 minutes. Wow, I've been talking about this a lot now, but I really don't care because this is my 1 month review. But I hope like when they officially release this game, but I feel like this is gonna be officially released next year because of beta testing and a lot of, it just sucks. Like there's also a Discord of this, but the messed up part of this, like there are some users like don't know how to explain things. Like they keep complaining on characters while the main focus here is optimizing the game first, because it is pretty laggy. Like, honestly, when you play a character and there's also a lot of minions, and there's also five enemies, and also you're going to clash with your teammates as well. Total of 10 heroes, and there are some minions. It is getting laggy. Like, honestly, like, it is 10 frames, and you can already tell because it's been stuttering. Like, it became a it became a Microsoft it became a freaking PowerPoint, like, honestly, which is kind of sucks. But I still love this game because this is has a lot of potential. And I apologize in advance if there's some unknown noises or background noises, because I've tried to adjust my mic, but for some reason when I'm trying to record a type of games like this, like, the noise cancellation doesn't work. Like, I really don't know why, but who cares anyway? So, which is kind of sucks. Like, I honestly love this game. Like, I'm also planning to do a tier list on this. Like, honestly, the tank ones here are the annoying one here is Gaara and Inosuke and Andy. If these four are also useful if done right, like, if you do these characters right, they are so capable characters as well. If you know how to, if you just practice. That's why that's why AI that's why co-op versus AI exists, because of that. Like, you need to practice. Like, there's also a training mode. Like, there's also a training mode if you don't like to play co-op versus AI. Like, honestly, you really need to practice. Like, it just kind of sucks in the Philippines. Like, most people are skipping the tutorials and are just skipping straight, just doing the ways that they want. Like, their crab mentality, their aggressiveness is out of place, which is kind of disgusting because I'm also a Filipino. But their mindset are very crab minded. But I'm just thankful, like, I don't have the crab mindset like most of the people here. Like, honestly, this is kind of sucks because this game has a lot of potential. Like, I don't want this game to be dead. Wow, I'm getting thirsty for talking a lot. I This is kind of sucks. Like, if this game is gonna get cancelled, this is probably this region's fault. Philippines, like, honestly, they're so toxic, and their playstyle is already out of place, because why are they doing a playstyle from Mobile Legends when they playing Jump Assemble? Like, what? They're not the same, which is also kind of sucks. Like, I also met players that played ML, and they're also dumb. Like, I've played Dota 2. I returned to play Dota 2, and I've met some characters that played ML, and their mindset and their play style is so dumb. Like, dumb. Why they're comparing Dota to ML? Like, it's like comparing gold to trash. Like, honestly, I don't care anymore, which is kind of sucks. Like they comparing a high end computer to a low end CPU. Like, honestly, it's like comparing a cheetah to a turtle. Like, the cheetah is Dota, while the turtle is ML, because the mindset of those players in ML are so slow. Like, honestly, you can already tell the ML players when they try to play other mobile games such as League of Legends, Dota 2, whatever mobile games. They're so dumb. Like, they're also complaining, like, why they can't buy on the go, like, while they're not, in the base. Like, honestly, this is a PC game. Like, hello, this is Dota 2, not some games that can be played by a 12-year-old. Like, what the heck? And it's also kind of embarrassing. Like, there are some people, like, already old, like, but they're acting like they're 8 years old. Like, what the heck? Which is kind of sucks. And also, there's a lot of players, like, complain they complain to the wrong person. Like, honestly, like, we're doing our roles here. Like, I'm a jungler. Obviously, my role here is to gank and farm. Like, hello. since when I did became a tanker, like what the heck? And also when I'm also playing a duel, like some players I the support is also useless when but when I'm also playing as a support, the the ranger is the most useless as well, which is kind of sucks, like because the role of the support is supporting, like gaining assistance, like why they're focusing on kills, like they're so dumb, like honestly. You can already tell like they've played ML first before they tried to play this game, because based on their aggressive playstyle, which is kind of not effective in this, especially also in Dota 2. They also applied that aggressive playstyle in Dota 2 and they lost. Why? You're dumb, which is kind of sucks. I hope like I'm just hoping like when they officially release this game, the game is been optimized, like there's no frame drops, like very frame drops, like because the annoying part of this, like when you're doing a should I say this, when you're in a clash, the frames are going from 60 to 10 real quick, like honestly, which is kind of sucks. And it's been 26 minutes and I really don't care, but I'm just focusing here on doing this because there's so a lot of this, honestly, like look, there's arena training, there's also arena ranked, and there's so arena normal, like the normal is also useful here, like there's also a AI match, so so that you can test your experiment, you can experiment there, you can do all those things, you need to learn your character skills. And the annoying part of most of the player here, especially in ranked, like they keep playing the same role every time. It like they're so tryhards, like they like example, like someone already chose a top character, they still picking a character instead of picking another role. Like it sucks, like a lot of people don't know how to, their roles are just stick to one, like they're not all around, like which is kind of disgusting. Like it is better to be all around, because when you're just focusing on one role, especially when you're not a professional player, you're dumb. Only professional players do that, like honestly, if there's money on the line, like there's also a championship tournament, like such as MPL in ML, like internationals in Dota 2 and worlds in League of Legends, like that's why they're only focusing on one role, because that's a tournament. Money is at stake here, and also their reputation as a team. Like it's just a simple 1+1. But if you're just a casual gamer just like me, then you need to learn the five roles. Because when you learn the five roles, it is just easy to win. And when you're and you also if you think like and also if you change your mindset, like this, the MOBA games are team based, not individual based, not solo based, then you can win, because you no one's gonna win when you're acting like a solo player. Like what? Just because you're reading solo leveling, you can do this. You can already win the game, especially MOBA games alone. If your mindset also is also you're copying the mindset of the solo leveling, yeah, you're dumb, which is kind of sucks. Like there's a lot of choices here. There's a lot of choices here. There's a lot of choices. Like honestly, the Dragon Ball battle was also great, but the annoying part of here, like the AI, if your teammate are both AIs, you're gonna lose instantly. Especially when this game is a 9-man battle, like 3 versus 3 v 3 v 3, 3 by 3 by 3, like three teams, three three teammates. There are three teams and three players in each team, which is kind of sucks. Like if example, I'm not an AI, but the annoying part of this cross beta also, like the AIs are so dumb as well. I know like I know, like, but also it is kind of fun, like when they're applying the AIs, because if in case like there's not enough characters, then you can put AI. But the balancing is the main one of the main issues as well. Aside from the optimization of the game, like the optimization in the and the oh my god, I'm getting a headache from those things because it was annoying. The balancing and the optimization of the game are the two main issues here, because first of all, the game is not smooth. Also, the game is not smooth, and also the annoying part here is the AIs are so single-minded, which is kind of sucks, especially when you're playing a Dragon Ball game. Because I've already on a losing streak, thanks to the AIs, my teammate AIs. Like honestly, you can already tell from the real players, because the real players, their names are not generic. Unlike when you saw a AI character, it's pretty obvious. Like their names are also generic. When their names are generic AF, you can already tell that's AI. And if your two of your teammates are AI, you're gonna lose instantly, because I've already lose a lot, because my enemies are already three, especially the three enemies I especially the other team has three real players. You're already on the losing part, because your AI teammates don't use the skill all the time. Like they keep doing basic attacks, then after doing the basic attacks, then skill, then basic attack again, then skill. They're doing the skills one at a time. Like they're not doing it at the same time, which is kind of sucks also. And also in the ranked, especially this is a ranked game. Why there are AIs as well? It also kind of sucks. Like I've already lost a lot of stars here, but thankfully, if I didn't, if the star protection is not wasn't there, I've already I wasn't able to get this rank, which is Comet Fort, which is kind of sucks. Like why they're doing that? Like why? A ranked game when your teammates are AI, you're already on the losing part, because when my teammates are because before the game starts, there's a loading screen. On the loading screen, four of my teammates are AI, while my enemies, three of them are real players. What the heck was that? So the result is another losing streak, which is kind of sucks, but also pretty understandable because this is still a closed beta. I'm just hoping like but I'm also hoping like the developers just focusing on ignore those users just complaining out of place. Like they need to focus on those on those users that telling them to optimize their games, like make the game not so very laggy, like it feels like I'm playing on a PowerPoint, because I've already feeling if one frame at a time, which is kind of sucks, especially on a clashing part. And also I hope like they need to buff their characters. They don't need to nerf, because most of the OP ones can be killed still if done right. If you have the right items and you have the right skills and right teammates, you can still win. Because even though Nezuko, Tanjiro, Oreo, Usopp, Goku, Naruto, Uzumaki from Shippuden, and Luffy with the X mark, they can still defeated as long if you have the right teammates and the right items and the right hero. But I hope like they need to buff their weakest characters. Like their weakest characters are the most useless here. Like honestly, Boa Hancock is so useless as well, because not just when you're fighting Luffy and Luffy is not getting stunned, you're already dead, because her stone effect doesn't work on Luffy, which is kinda OP. Like honestly, that's why no one plays Boa Hancock on ranked games, because her playstyle. because her skills doesn't work on a rubber character, which is Luffy. And also when Andy and Fuko are together, they're so OP as well, which is also leading to losing. And also Tanjiro, but I hope like they just nerf the characters just a little, like little, just little. Don't nerf them all the way like they also become the next useless ones, like honestly, because Tanjiro, Nezuko, Oreo, and also have already the right skills, the right gun, the right skills, the right items, so on and so forth. I also have the right meta as well. They just need to lower their attack, their stats, their base stats. Like honestly, they just need to change their base stats. Like they just decrease their base attack damage on level one. Like honestly, because Ishida, Oreo, and Usopp, when they're level one, even though they're level one, their attacks are so OP as heck. Especially even though they're not buying the increased attack, they're just buying the boots first. They're OP. Like honestly. But still, I'm not gonna rate this game. I'm just currently on the technical basis. This game is a 6 out of 10. Like, yet. Just yet because this is still a closed beta, like CBT, close beta test. Which is kind of obvious, like they're testing it if it and also they're listening to the feedbacks of the users, but sometimes they're also listening to those useless ones. Like I really don't know why. They need to optimize this game. Honestly, they just need to focus on optimizing this game because it's getting the frame drops are worse when on a clashing when we were doing a clashing situation. Like honestly, because this is the only game that I have major frame drops. Like unlike the Wild Rift, ML, and Pokemon Unite, those, even though I'm playing this on 60 FPS, they're smooth. Even though I'm also lowering the graphics, they're also smooth. But unlike this jump assemble, even though the graphics are already in the lowest, but you just keep the FPS on 60 because it will not be playable if you try to play it on a lower FPS. No, it is still laggy. Like, why? I really don't know how this game works. And it's been already 37 minutes. That's all. They just need to optimize this game before the release next year because I think they're gonna release this game next year. I'm just hoping that there will be a lot of people gonna support this. And also the worst one of this, like there's also a lot of players using VPNs. And also they gave us and they're also the reason like why we are losing a lot. Like you can't already tell like they're using VPN because based on their language, like come on, this is a simple 1+1. This is only exclusive to the Philippines. It is pretty obvious like when you're gonna attempt to play a game which is not part of your country, it is also gonna lead to get it's also gonna it it is also get it can also lead to another toxicity, which is kind of reasonable because while you're playing the game when you're not in the same country, like you need these people these days really need to learn patience because I've already missed a lot of closed betas. I've already wanting to play a closed beta. This is my first time playing a closed beta here exclusive in the Philippines because most of the closed beta are only available in the western countries, and those are not third world, which is kind of sucks because there's a lot of players like there's a lot of gamers here that are not only playing ML. Like honestly, not everyone here are ML players. Most of them are content creators. A lot of people here have a lot of passion for video games. They're not ML players. They're just gamers for fun, which is kind of sucks because most people think like we are all ML players. But I know like which is also kind of great also because we're also the toughest players on the ML. But I hope like they need to spread their just like doing roles in this game. Like if you don't know how if you don't know what the roles here are mid, duel, which is top, but sometimes it's gonna get, a mirrored, it's gonna get reversed because, mobile games. Duel means solo, while the training means duo, while jungler is jungler, and mid is mid, duel is solo, while the support is called support. But also very annoying because most of the people here acting like they're pro players, like they're sticking to one character, they're also sticking to one role, which is kind of dumb. At the same time, like they are not good on adapting every roles, because I already know every character. I just don't like support because sometimes I'm getting annoyed, like the duo is such a noob. Like honestly, marksman. Most of the duo are Max Ranger, honestly Oreo, Usopp, those range characters, Nobara. But also if I'm not the duo, then there's a 80% chance like it's gonna get lead to losing, which is also kinda annoying as well. And also I really don't care if gonna if this guys get a if I'm it's up a doing a 1 hour review, because it is still understandable because I've playing this for 1 month since the start of this, since September 26 or 22. I don't know, maybe 22, 26. It's already 1 month, and it's already, November. I don't know if it's November or not, but who cares? But that's it. That's all I can say. I just hoping like they gonna get. I'm just hoping like they're gonna focus on optimizing this game. Like honestly, because pretty annoying. It is pretty annoying. Like the reason that your you and your teammates are losing is because of lag and frame drops, especially on a clashing situation, especially on a 5v5, like 5v5 in the same place at the same time, doing all skills also at the same time, is getting 1 frames at a time, like 1 fps. Like they need to optimize this game for so that so that most of the players here are gonna be able to play it. Like MOBA games are not high end, like honestly, most of the MOBA games I've played are not high end. They're only high end if you set the settings to high, but if you set the settings to low, the gameplay is getting smooth. Like because graphics are just it's just a hindrance when you're playing this type of games in a mobile platform. Like honestly, especially on a mobile phone, especially the platform is a mobile phone, graphics are so useless here. The important thing here is the gameplay, and the smoothness. That's all. I'm just hoping like they're gonna be able to smooth this game before the release next year. I really don't know when, because they haven't announced it yet, because there's still, time for the closed beta, and after this they're gonna switch to another country, which is, I don't care if I'm not able to play this again in the next month, after they gonna close after they stop the closed beta here in the Philippines, because I have patience. Most of the people in the world now have a little of patience now. Like they're acting like they're 8 years old, especially when they're 30 or something. Well, that's it. That's the whole 1 month review on this game. And also I'm gonna plan to do a tier list if I manage to get a photos of each of the characters, and I hope that I'm not gonna be able I hope like it's gonna get smooth as well. I'm just hoping that they prioritizing the optimization in this game. And as per usual, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more gaming contents like this. And also don't forget to click the bell button for you to know when I will be uploading the next video. And also you can now donate to my coffee in the description below as well. And as per usual, this is the Silent Gamer for Fun, JGM Shadow Games, signing off, and that's it for now for the Jump Assemble 1 month review, and bye bye.